Kia ora.
Kia ora.
Victoria said I had to pay attention to her.
Because she was texting other people and I wanted to
texting
film.
another friend.
She shouldn't have other friends. Anyway, kia ora and welcome to Neat Not by the Sea, the Flosstube video where we talk about all sorts of crafts, life, the world, and other things. My name is Victoria.
Kia ora, my name is Catherine. My pronouns are she, her. I'm going to go and get my keffiyeh.
Where are you guys? She's off.
And then
So, it has been quite a while since our last filming, due to illness and family drama, and it's just taken us a while to get back in the headspace to do some more filming. But we are back and ready to go, which is great. Catherine,
we're great.
we are great. We know you've missed us.
We're great and we're modest.
Yeah.
And, you know, representation. So
Yep.
we have to have my keffiyeh in the room. In my very hot house.
And
So this might come off.
I was just saying to Catherine, I'm a bit flushed, and she said it's because my house is so hot. And it is. It's like 3 times hotter than my house.
I know, we were talking about New Zealand houses. And we're like, no, this is gonna be an English house. So minimum acceptable temperature is 18 degrees Celsius. In the bedrooms, and in the living area is 21 degrees. That's very unusual in New Zealand.
Way too hot.
And yeah, at the moment it does feel way too hot. So we had dinner. Martin cooked, nothing to do with me. It was yummy though.
It was delicious.
And then I often have to step outside. But I forgot to ask him if he'd fed the dog, so I had to run to catch him before he left. And he hadn't fed the dog, and it was really cold outside, so that was great.
That's nice. But you had to run, which is not good.
Well, I did kind of like fast walking because he stopped, and I thought, what's happening? Anyway, it's all good.
Excellent.
Anyway, this is a great moment to say, doesn't this blue look amazing on Victoria? Because Victoria's got this whole like English rose complexion thing going. It looks great. It really suits your skin tone.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I did a big bit of shopping in Farmers and Timaru. It's got some good stuff.
You probably can think more when you're in Timaru.
It's a case of their stock tends to stay on the shelves longer. So I find in Dunedin, unless you're there on the day that things go out, things get picked over very quickly. And the sort of the plus size stuff tends to have a smaller range available anyway.
I don't even know where the plus size stuff... I mean, I don't know any new shops. We'll start with that.
I always have more luck in Timaru, where I don't know whether, because they haven't got the students there. We're filming from Dunedin, which is a large university town. Well, not a large university town, but it has a big university. And
Yeah, but I reckon it's also because you're in Timaru, and so you're like in relaxed mode.
yeah, I was in the mood to shop, which doesn't happen very often. Shop for clothes.
Yeah. Life news. Do we have anything to say?
Your daughter did something very special.
Oh my goodness, my baby! So Sophia's now a lawyer.
Yay! Congratulations,
So
Sophia.
we couldn't work out if we'd already filmed after her graduation.
I don't think we have. I don't think...
Anyway, I'm a proud mom. I get to repeat myself, right? So, sorry, whilst I scratched my ear. Yeah, Sophia finished her degree in sort of November time. She finished it in Europe, in Barcelona. And so she graduated from her degree in May? Mm-hmm. In May. So that was really lovely. And I'm not really a celebratory sort of person. I just think things should be private. Anyway, oh my God, it was so lovely that we got to see... But Sophia's like, she was going to do the whole march in the street, because they don't call it a march. I want to say procession, but that's wrong because that's Catholic. The parade.
Yeah.
Parade?
Yeah, I mean, parade, all of those words.
Something.
Yeah.
They walk in the middle of town.
They close the main street and they walk from one end to the other.
So Sophia went to
From
Victoria
University.
University Wellington. So they walk there and they go to the Michael Fowler Centre. And...
But you didn't have to go to Wellington for the graduation, did you?
Yeah, I've been to Wellington.
Oh.
We went for 5 days.
I've been so confused about what's been happening. Great.
So
you
I
have a nice time?
I did, but I was really tired. I spent a lot of time in the hotel. I went to no galleries. I went to no museums. It's very strange.
You will.
I was just really tired, so I paid.
Sorry,
I paid
people.
a fortune because hotels are not cheap. Nothing's cheap. It's New Zealand, but I basically spent a lot of time in bed.
Oh, was at least a nice bed?
was all right. It's kind of like one of those motel apartment thingies. So it's not posh like a hotel. But, you know, whatever. It was nice. It was relaxing. It was nice because, you know, Sophia came and jumped in our bed. Because Martin gets up early regardless, but early. And so she hung out in bed with me a couple of times, which just felt very precious. Anyway, she graduated. I did good mummying because I got the right flowers for her, because it was all about the walking with the flowers in the walk.
Oh, so she didn't want like a little corsage?
No. It had to be a bouquet, and I had instructions about what sort of bouquet. Although I picked pink because she loves pink and she looks good in pink. So, but that was really lovely, and I took a photo of myself when they appeared, because it's New Zealand, so loads of bagpipes, which never fill me with joy. Half Scottish woman that I am, it's like strident. But they started and we could see them approaching. My eyes just filled up with tears. I just looked a state. And of course it's New Zealand, so I was standing there and I was like, Sophia, I'm so proud. Big tearful eyes. And then this girl next to me was like, oh, and she was waving, and then Sophia waved at me, and then she waved at her, and I was like, oh, do you know Sophia? She was like, yeah, she's my friend's friend. And then she was like, oh, you're so cool. And I was like, oh my God, someone Sophia's age thinks I'm cool.
Hope you told Sophia that.
I did. I'm always bragging. One of your friends that I don't know her name thought I was cool. Anyway, it was very lovely. And then we went to the Michael Fowler Centre to watch her kind of go across. That's where they go across the thingy, and they receive their certificate.
Get kept.
Yes. So they pronounced her name right, because we were wondering about that, and they called her Sophia because Sophia is actually her middle name.
Oh.
And they have my son. Although I'm married, I made the executive decision that my children would have my surname, so they have my surname, which is in Spanish. And
so can I ask what Sophia's first name is, if it's not
Charlotte?
Sophia? I think I did know that.
She's Charlotte Sofia Barriga, but Charlotte is really hard to say when you're speaking in Spanish. So you either have to pause, make an adaptation in your mouth to then say the sh word, which doesn't exist in Spanish, or you say Charlotte, which was just not gonna fly, or even Charlotte.
Yeah.
So So anyway, so she went to Charlotte went to Peru with me when she was 11 months, and Sophia came back.
No identity crisis at all.
Not at all. She was 11 months. It was fine. So anyway, and then of course I did the thing where like they want silence and like elegant clapping, and I just stood up and I was like, "Bravo, Sophia!" Clapping like a banshee. I was the only person wearing a keffiyeh. I saw one woman wearing a badge, and it was really interesting because, this is so boring. 8 minutes. Like, I'll just be quick. Sophia's now working as a commercial lawyer. It's whatever. What she wants to be is a criminal lawyer, because as most countries that have been colonized, our indigenous population are overly represented in jail. And so thankfully, this is something that gets taught in law school. And so she wants to be a criminal lawyer because she wants to contribute to fixing the problem. None of her cohort want to be criminal lawyers because it's hard work and not as well paid as commercial law. But anyway, that's what she wants to do. So all that to say, she's a good human. Like, she wants to do her best for society. She will not go to a Palestinian march. She's just not going to. Like, you know, we've talked a little bit about it. And, you know, she kind of rolls her eyes, and she heard hollering, and she was like, oh, that's my mom, isn't it? And when someone, the valedictorian gave a speech at the end, she didn't say Free Palestine, but she talked about the injustices and occupation and colonialism and stuff like that. And so I was hollering, and Sophia was like, that's my mum.
You're lucky you weren't disowned.
No, I'm not disowned because you get a free pass. Your daughter graduated and you were very supportive for 5 years.
Nice.
Yes. So my baby has come out of... am I telling too much?
No.
Anyway, she's come out of a 5-year degree or 5.5 years degree with no lawn been very supportive mum. So I get a free pass.
You do.
I can holler. I wore my cute outfit that I think I look really cute, and like, you know, probably they're thinking. So anyway, very proud moment. So now, and so that cost a fortune. Oh my God, that's expensive.
That is
as well.
expensive. Yep, I hate to tell you how much my weekend in Auckland's going to cost.
Yeah. But we also gave her a pen. So I said to Sophia, your graduation gift is going to be, or what's the word? Like symbolic. So I was like, pre-explain it so she didn't get upset. So we gave her a pounamu carving in the shape of a toki, which is, it's a lovely strong shape. It's like maybe a trapezium.
Yeah.
And it represents strength and determination, which I thought was perfect. And also, the legal world is very patriarchal still. So it's like she needs strength to be a lawyer in this space. So anyway, she did her first day in court the other day, and she had her robes on. They had to ask for dispensation because she has not been accepted into the bar, which is another rigmarole, but that's happening in Dunedin.
Did she wear her pounamu?
She did.
Good on her.
I said to her, we got you the pounamu. I know you're nervous, but this is to give you strength when you go to these things, to remind you how amazing you are, and to give you strength. And my children were brought up in New Zealand, so they do things like pounamu. It's something they do value. So she sent me a photo of herself wearing her robes, and she says, "I'm wearing my pounamu." I was like,
nice,
proud moment. Anyway,
nice.
So it was all very lovely. So that was it. So I haven't seen you for ages.
No.
So that's what happened in my life.
Yeah.
And I've now changed my mind about graduation. It's like, yeah, I can see why, parents want to do this. Anyway, 11 minutes 45.
Right. Should we actually show some stitching?
Yes.
So, Catherine, do you have any FFOs, fully finished objects?
Yes. This may be a repetition, but I don't think so. I have.
No, you have not shown this because I have not seen it.
It's just I forget because I'm an over poster at Instagram. I have finished my pocket. So, things to note. Also note the nails. I'm trying to treat myself once every 5 weeks to have my nails done. 3 weeks. Anyway, the blue, what's this fabric called?
Cotton?
No, it is cotton, but it's that French thing.
Oh, you're asking the wrong girl.
Yeah. Anyway, it's not denim, it's the other one. You can sometimes find the pretty little dresses in this. Anyway,
not gingham.
It was Martin's second-hand shirt. So I bought it second-hand. Then Martin wore it, and then I got it. He couldn't do up the buttons. Middle age. # middle age. Things to note are the inside has got this fabric, which is the same as this fabric, and this is a bed cover. It's already pre-quilted, and I love these blousy sort of roses, and so I have bought 2 different sets in the second-hand shop because they're just so beautiful.
Nice.
And there's a lot I can't buy in the op shops anymore because I already have stuff, but this was something in that category there was a gap.
Beautiful.
So anyway, I love it. And so the idea is I've already worn it. It's gone on its maiden voyage. And I just, you wear it like a belt. I'm not, like this. Now this is the belt.
Pretend my thing is, yep.
And I put my phone here so that I can count my steps. Because I don't have a Fitbit. I just have my phone.
Beautiful.
And so I did it all through hand stitching. And this fabric is some organic bedding that I bought as well ages ago. It's like organic cotton, clearly brand new in the op shop for $1. It's just incredible. So I wanted to show you, just so if you're inspired to do something like this, I've never seen a pattern for a pocket with cross stitch. So I know in the cross stitch world people do like patterns. So it's a little bit more unusual to go, I'll do my own thing. But the way I did it is, I'll put the link in the bottom, but I follow an English woman that lives in France. She's just really inspiring. I haven't done anything that she has done, but it was a prompt, because I've been wanting to make one of these for 10 years. And she had done one, so I thought, right, I'll just copy the shape, visually copy it. And then I use this pattern, which is called Oh Christmas Tree, all through the night. I don't know if All Through the Night is the brand or... But anyway, I love these designs that have lots of little designs within them. So I just picked out all the different designs that I liked from here. Well, it turns out that there weren't that many unique ones, so I actually ran out very quickly of unique ones. So then I had mentioned these two books to you, which are Le Marquois d'École. Nithya, how's my pronunciation? I've never learnt French, by the way. And Petit Rouge. And so I just went through the book, page by page. I was like, oh, that's pretty. And I would just pick out a little design. And I would just populate it wherever there was a gap. And I used waste canvas. And then...
You are enjoying the waste canvas.
I love it. I'm obsessed. What a surprise. Catherine became obsessed. One of my motifs I did in mustard because I thought it would be really nice to have a different colour. And also, if you're eagle-eyed, you'll see that there's 2 tones of pink.
I reckon there's more than 2 in there.
No, there's just 2. Because someone may have run out. There is just 2.
They're just 2?
Yeah. But you're right. On the screen, especially on the screen, it looks like there might be more. Anyway, I love this so much. I want to make another one.
Excellent.
Can I have 3? Is that allowed?
Yeah.
Anyway, if you've made a pocket, please let me know. Let me know, and then tell me your Instagram handle without putting at, because it doesn't like it, and then I'll go and have a look. I love these.
It's beautiful.
So great.
Is that your only fully finished object?
I think so.
Do you have any finished objects?
I don't think so.
I do.
I do.
Oh, you do?
No, but
Okay.
you do something.
So, you may recall, in our previous video, I talked about doing a little design for our guild project for conference. But I had handed it in, so I couldn't show you.
Oh.
Well, I'm now part of the team who are compiling the guild conference project.
Because you're quite involved with them now, aren't you?
Yeah, I do a little bit.
She's very good.
So I pulled mine out of the pack to take home and to finish so I could show you all. So this is what I did. Isn't that cool?
But how come you've got it?
Because we're stitching the designs onto this backing stuff. And so I'm doing, as a volunteer, I've got like 10 of these to do.
Okay.
So I haven't done them yet, but as one of my 10 that I grabbed, I grabbed my own one so I could show you.
Of course, yeah. That's very cool.
Is that cool?
C'est fantastique.
There's a wee fly that I added. So the picture is pretty much traced out of a book. And then all the stitches and stuff was my own.
You just decided what stitches
to use. Yeah, I didn't design the stitches, obviously. There's satin stitch.
That's
and
pretty cool.
French knots and fly stitch. That's a really gathered fly stitch.
That is a very good satin stitch, can I just say?
I know. It's flipping awesome. I did great.
Come to us for modesty. Like Victoria and I are very good at that now.
Except if I hadn't left it till the night before, I would have taken the picture and scaled it down a bit. But as I left it to because I did this all in a night, as I left it to the last minute, it is a 1-for-1 scale from the book.
Oh well.
That's cool. So it's just a little bit
and
tight.
So will this be a hanging piece?
I'm not quite sure if we've fully decided how it's going to be displayed, but we'll see.
Okay, great. So my other piece that I have is my bunting piece. So this was my prompt, and was this my prompt? No, this was Fiona's prompt. What was her prompt? Oh, this was the exchange. So she sent me a delivery of 5 inches by 5 inches fabric of the second-hand shirts that she had in her stash. That's all right. And I sent her the same. I made life really hard for her because I knew she had mostly blues, and so I gave her things that were not blues at all. And I think she was a bit like, and she had some gorgeous designs. Is that the right way around? Yes. So it was 5 fabrics, but 2 of the fabrics, I like the design on the reverse, so I actually have 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 designs. And on the side here, you know, bearing in mind that we're going through a genocide in Palestine, I've been thinking a lot about that. So I embroidered here on the side, ¿Y tú qué hiciste? And that means, and what did you do? So, I love it.
And I love, you've come down in scale. You'll put your,
I was trying because Fiona was like, it's getting bigger.
Yeah,
my
it's getting placemat size.
Yeah, my next one will probably be a little bit smaller as well. So for the next one, we already have a prompt, and my prompt is curves, and I know exactly what I'm going to do. I literally thought of curves when we were walking, and by the time I'd got to the house, which is about 20 meters, I knew that I wanted to use this fabric and what I'm going to do with it.
Excellent.
So this was a second-hand top, which I love the color, but it was very clear to me as soon as I wore it at home why it had been sent to the op shop. It just, the collar didn't sit right, and it was uncomfortable. You would feel like the whole time you were like trying to
adjust it. Yeah.
So we're very excited. This is, I think it's Fiona's turn to be having to mull it over. I've already got my idea.
Good job. Looking forward to seeing.
I found the fabric tonight. So yay. Oh, it's been a hard thing. Like, it really makes you stretch those creative muscles. And if you go to see Fiona's Instagram account, the little red hoop, hers is gorgeous as well. I loved her
beautiful.
still life. And I am going to copy that, like her inspiration design, at some point. Obviously, I wasn't going to copy it for my bunting. I'm going to copy it as a separate piece. Yeah. So that is that.
Good job.
Yeah.
What about whips?
Whips. Whips that I have worked on. Well, I know. Well, you start then.
I'll start.
Do you have something?
Yes. So, oh, sorry, knocking the plugs around. Let's start with my favourite go-to. This is a unicorn. It's not. It's a peacock, a unicorn, and a badger by the Scarlet Letter, and that's what it's going to look like all finished. You guys must be getting bored of this because every time I pull it out, I'm like, oh, I've just done some more green, and that's all I've done. Just because I don't want the...
And we're just taking your word for it because we can't remember from one month to the next.
Yeah. It's coming along. Every time I unfold this, I've done more than I remember. It's great.
Cool.
Smells a bit musty.
Does
it?
it? Oh, a little bit. Yeah. Well, it's winter now.
Winter. Yeah, my house is cold and damp. That's okay.
Is it damp?
No, it's not damp.
But it's cold.
It's just cold. Which is coming along nicely.
Nice. And I suppose this is when I tell you all that Victoria was right. And I didn't finish my memorabilia.
Yeah.
I suppose she can be right sometimes. Yeah. So this is my memorabilia, which is Winter in the Garden. I did amazingly. I just didn't finish. And why didn't I finish? I think the linen's hard work.
Yeah, it's tiny. You're doing this.
It's tiny and it's nowhere near as even as a normal linen. So I'm not even aiming for even weave.
Are you doing 1/1?
No.
No, the linen's just so tiny that
it's really tiny.
Oh, she's looking fabulous.
Yeah. So I've changed a few things. I'm also a little bit stuck because I'm not sure I'm going to do the plan like it is. Anyway, I love her. My favorite, I think, is the scarf.
Beautiful.
Just love it. And someone very clever, I think it was Victoria, said, oh, you just flip the colours. I hadn't noticed. I thought I'd been super creative. So I love it, and I'm hoping to finish it over the next couple of months.
Good job.
But I think I've been doing comfort stuff, like knitting is comfort. It's just been busy as well. Like I was saying, in Wellington, even though I spent most of those 5 days just in the hotel relaxing, I wasn't crafting, I was reading.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes you're just tired. Life is tiring.
Yeah, I've really lost my stitching mojo. I haven't done a heck of a lot since last time we filmed, but I really struggled. I've just struggled to get back into it, but I...
Tell them your realization.
Oh... Because it's too cold to sit up in the living room and stitch. So worked this out last night, took the TV and stitched in bed, and I remembered I was in my natural habitat, so it was great. I did some stitching on this one, which is 2017 Linen and Threads Mystery Sampler. So
that's Fox and Rabbit, isn't it?
This is Linen, yeah, it is, I think. Linen and Threads, but they are Fox and Rabbit. And I think...
Is your mum going chop chop?
Yeah, Mum was like, you know that one you were doing for me? You don't have to finish it. You can just give it to me as it is and I'll get it framed. And I'm like, oh, fuck, I better finish it. So I did just a little bit last night, but it takes a while because it's 1/1. I did about that much last night.
That's quite a bit for 1/1.
Yeah. While watching season 2 of Bridgerton, because I'm holding out to watch season 3 until it's all come out, because I like to binge. But I'm so jealous of everyone who has watched it.
Also, can I just say, Victoria, I know you have an idea of what the pattern is, but with this design, you could stop at any point of a
finish
complete
the row.
bar.
Yeah,
right?
but I really, really, really want to do the bees, which are along here.
Because your mum's a gardener.
Well, not because I like bees, but
Oh,
that too. And I'm up here. I'm up on month 5 of the 12 months.
Cool. I love that colour. I've got a thing for this colour. You've got a beautiful blouse, and then you've got that blue on your white linen. There's a lot of blue going on, which I love.
So that is what I was working on last night.
Cool.
But anyway, to get out of my funk, I decided that I had to go back to basics, and also I saw a beautiful little pattern online that someone had finished. So I bought a new pattern and have been stitching something new, which I'll show you next.
Okay. I'm trying to establish if I've done some new stuff. Have I done new stuff? I think I have, because it's been a while. Oh, maybe not. No. One moment, caller. Gosh, I have been obsessively doing my floss drops. That has not stopped.
Yep, I got here tonight and she hands me 2 bits of cardboard and says, look at these new ones that are in progress. You want to show them? Yeah.
The only difference with these ones is that I run out of my glue stick, and I was like, I'm not buying another one. I'm using PVA glue.
Good job.
Which is fine. It works. It works. It's just messy, but it works the
Steal
same.
a glue stick from work.
No. Another moment, caller. Also, can I just say, whilst I'm looking for work that I haven't shown, Marty and I are doing ukulele together now. It's so cute. And also, can I say, the man is actually tone deaf.
Oh.
I always think that tone deafness is like jet lag. It's not real. But just you listen to Martin try and sing, it's bad. But with a ukulele, we've been singing, he can follow the tune.
Nice. Nice.
I mean, we have 2 songs, Frere Jacques and Row 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 Your Boat.
Lovely.
He can follow the tune, it's amazing. He's feeling very encouraged by me because I'm using my primary school teacher voice.
Nice. You didn't show us anything on there. Did you not do anything?
I haven't done either.
Oh.
No, I've already shown you that, I'm pretty sure.
See how organised she is before this. No wonder you have such a haul of stuff. You've pulled all the stuff out you haven't worked on.
No, it all lives in there because this is what I'm supposed to be actively working on. Have I shown that?
I don't know. Show it again.
Okay. So this is my
Dutch Beauty.
A Dutch Beauty by Permin. And so I think I did show it, but I'll show it again because it's gorgeous. This one.
It's beautiful.
Isn't it gorgeous? Love it. Very happy with this. I would like to at some point to cut the fabric down to size and do a drawn thread border.
Well, you have done the whole border, haven't you, though? So
Yes, I have. Which so I just need the mental space to do a thing that will take 3 seconds. But it's having that mental space, which clearly I do not. It's your turn now.
Okay.
I've shown something that I had
So,
no business showing.
this pattern that I have bought to get my Stitchy Mojo back, I came across someone who had done it and posted it on one of the New Zealand cross stitch Facebook pages, and I saw that and I thought, well, that's cute.
That looks like tapestry.
No, it's cross stitch.
Huh.
This is actually the back because I cut the cover up. It's a pattern that I bought on Etsy from Living on the Rainbow. It's a little caravan pincushion, but there's not just one.
Oh.
It's that one. Sorry, I'm just looking for the covers. Anyway, I thought if I go back to basic, to something that's just little and is just the standard cross stitch, no funny business.
No mental stress.
No
trying to
mental
figure
stress.
things out.
It's stitched on 18 count Aida, so I've gone back to Aida. So this is spring.
Oh God, Victoria and her sets.
This is winter.
And you're stitching which one?
I'm stitching spring at the moment. What are we
Okay.
doing? Yeah. This is summer. The wee retro caravan. And this is autumn. Nice. And I don't know where this Halloweeny. I don't know where the lady gets her pins from, but she's got beautiful pins in her model. So if anyone knows where she's getting these pins from, let me know. I've had a hunt online, but I couldn't see it.
Maybe they've got a particular name.
Maybe
you can
they
email
I should email.
designer.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're normally very. That is tiny.
So I've done one whole side. Yeah, they're just little.
Yeah.
I've done one whole side of the caravan, and then that's the start of the second half. And so far, it's just been a pleasure to stitch, except there were some teeny tiny stitches for the rabbits I hadn't realised. So it would be in a normal linen, so this is Ada, in normal linen, it would have been a 1/1.
So what did you do?
Just
Fudge?
jammed a hole in the middle of the Ada.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Just created it. So that's been a really nice little stitch. It's just with
Comfort stitching.
comfort stitching. It's got all, I had all the threads because it's all DMC. Got the Ada out of the stash. So it's just very nice. Nothing too complicated. But we'll see how we go with the construction. Although beautiful, I must say, lovely clear colour instructions.
Nice. And instant gratification because you just download it, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I don't have any more cross stitch.
Lovely.
Do you have any?
No, I'm out. I'm done.
I've got things. So I think, like you, I was looking for comfort. So please get comfortable. Oh, so this is, I'm at the next step. So this is the quilt that I'm making for my friend.
Oh, this is with the greens?
Ohio Star, yeah. So the point that I'm at now, I did the 18 Ohio Stars.
Can we show one of those up?
Yeah. But now I'm joining an Ohio Star block with a plain block.
Beautiful.
And I have probably done 14.
Good job.
I'll trim that later. But oh my God, I'm so happy with this. And my friend's really going to appreciate it, which also feels lovely. But also, I posted on Instagram. So I'm not going to go through all of them. But these are all the ones that are now attached to the plain block.
Excellent.
And these are the ones that I still have to attach to the plain block.
Oh, you're well over halfway.
Oh yeah, so I've got 1, 2, 3 that I have to do.
Beautiful.
I think it's 18 that I have. I'm kind of over kneeling on the floor to do my sandwiching, which is to say, I'm a little bit annoyed that I've got about 5 quilts to do still. I might be moving to my phase of doll quilts. I do love a doll quilt. Oh my God, I've got this idea. So I think Martin has realised that he's now married to a grandma, even though I'm not a grandma. I really want to make a Princess and the Pea quilt doll set. A little dolly and like...
Oh, that's beautiful.
Martin was like...
No, I'm all about that. Do a nice wee mattress and everything.
I know. I think it would be so cute. So that's on my list. So I did that. The other thing that has happened is that... So I don't change bedding. Well, I don't really do any housework. Let's be honest. I work full time and I milk it. I've never done housework. It's not my thing. I make the house pretty. I do a little bit of housework. Martin will clean the house, and then when I come home, he's dusted and everything is dead straight. So then I go and zhuzh things to make them pretty. I mean, it's probably split like 75-25, and that has been true throughout our marriage. The man has started making the bed, and he doesn't pick the pretty pillowcases. So I'm now having a fight with the plain pillowcases in the house. So that he doesn't have a choice. They have to be funky. So I did my first one the other day, which I don't know how much you can see.
Oh, that's beautiful.
But, so this is just a running stitch, like a canter stitch. I think Victoria gave me this pillowcase.
No, that's not one of mine.
No?
Nope.
Okay, so maybe it's ours. So the knots are on the outside and it's just running stitch. which I love. Love, love, love. You can imagine how thrilled Martin was. And then I went up to a certain point, and then I decided to do a horizontal band. The colouring is not brilliant. Can I just say that I love it?
It looks gorgeous in person. I don't think the camera's doing it justice.
No, it's not doing it justice. And also, can I just say, okay, obsessive Catherine, I've got about 230 floss drops. And over 100 of those were single strands. And this is all the stuff you gave me. And there were single strands. So I used all of those single strands.
Good job.
There were over 100.
Wow.
In this pillowcase.
Good job.
So, oh, I've got stuff to give you.
Great. Do I want it?
Yes.
Great.
Is the little plastic things which have
Oh, the
a
wrappy
name.
things. Yep.
Yeah.
Floss cards. Floss cards.
No, they're not called floss cards. Someone told me online what they were called.
Ugh.
Whatever. The fun part of the anecdote is that I felt so satisfied because I just kept passing the ones that had a lot of thread and just used the ones that with a single strand. Over 100 threads of single strand that I inherited from you.
Excellent.
Isn't that amazing? And
You
then,
think of me every time you sleep on that pillowcase.
yes, and then it was very exciting because then I had 100 empty floss drops to start filling up with the plastic thingy doodah that I know you like because it's part of your arrangement situation. So I have all of these to give you.
Oh, fantastic.
So it's these, which I don't know what they're called now because memory is a thing. So I was super thrilled. I'm going to leave this out so that we don't
Excellent.
forget. Super thrilled. So now I have to think of like other funky designs for my other pillowcases. I'm going to do it on the bedding as well because the man, we've got these beautiful vintage florals. He's not picking them.
You have to confiscate all the other ones. Hide them in one of the sleep outs.
I know. I mean, I did. So we have one of those beds that you lift up because it's a little house. So we lift up the bed and there's stuff underneath. I was like, where's all the pretty bedding? He'd put it in there. So I fished it all out and I put the boring stuff in there. But anyway, I mean, I suppose he's the house husband. He gets to have some choices. But this is not a democracy. Anyway, I forgot to show this, which is sort of cross-stitch adjacent. This is my Mexican-inspired blouse, which is now a blouse.
Good job.
So,
beautiful.
This is the front, and this is the back. So it's got, you know that's the front because it's got like pleating here to allow for boobage.
It's got boobage pleats.
Ample boobage. I have made it too large. I'm not going to re-sew it. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to, because I still have some fabric left, auxiliary straps, which I'm going to make probably 5 centimeters wide and just sew it on with like a large X stitch.
Beautiful.
And so you won't be able to tell that it wasn't part of the design. God, look at this grey bit. Isn't that great?
Nice.
So anyway, so this is the this is the minimal amount of embroidery that I have done so far. So it's this.
Now, if I remember correctly, the threads and the fabric were gifted to us by...
So the threads came from a lovely lady in England who lost touch with. And she was the one that her eyesight was going and she didn't trust things without numbers. So she gave me a whole bag full of all sorts of goodness. And the fabric came from Margarita.
Yeah.
And I had stalled because I'd run out of fabric for even though I took your half.
Yeah.
It was all very fair until I was like, I've run out, Victoria, can I have your half?
You haven't used yours yet. Can I have it?
Yeah. And even then I ran out. So if I'd made it my correct size, I might not have. But anyway. So
It's
this
gorgeous.
is the new fabric, which is kind of stiff, but I'm going to cover this thing in embroidery.
Just starchy. It'll come out.
I'm very excited about it. And I haven't done anything with the bottom because I don't know how long I want it. So this ends after my waist. Like, I'm a well-covered 52-year-old. Oh, yeah, I'm 52 now.
Oh, happy birthday. Sorry, I missed it.
Thanks.
Did you have a good
Yeah.
day?
I did. So nominally I went to have my nails done with some friends the other day. But that was because my friends are tired and they needed a break. I don't really celebrate my birthday. Although I had a lovely coffee and cake with my son and my youngest.
Lovely.
And I am the obnoxious person that refuses to have presents. But this year when Martin asked again, I said, I just want you to be okay with me giving a donation to Palestine for the amount of money I would have spent on me. He was like, fine. Of course he was fine with it. It means that he doesn't have to make an effort. And I asked him to tell that to people that wanted to get me a present, but of course he forgot, and because he's disorganized in that way. But Sophia has made a donation to Palestine because she hadn't bought me something. My other baby got me fair trade incense, which I like. Isn't that cute? Little bowl. So adorable. So we have the same set. So that was a lovely gift. I don't mind gifts if it's like a little tiny token gesture. Like, I don't like expensive things. It upsets me. Like, I have everything. What do I lack for anything?
No, you do not.
And I jokingly say to people, if you're going to buy me an electric mini, sure, I'd love a present. But if you're just going to buy me a present, no thank you, I have everything. So plenty of people need stuff. So anyway. But yeah, Martin and I did something lovely. Oh, he went to the cinema. Oh my God, you've got to go and see this film.
What did you go see?
Bad Memory. That's what I went to see. I went to see Wicked Little Letters.
Why does that ring a bell? What happens in Wicked? What's it about?
It's with Olivia, what's her name? British actress.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Who are the people? Olivia Colman, yes. Who are the people that do the best swearing? The Brits. Mm-hmm. And in that category of Brits, I actually don't know if it's people with an Irish accent. So I imagine Irish, so not British, from the Republic of Ireland. They have an Irish accent. They're brilliant at swearing. But people in Northern Ireland, which is part of Britain, Irish accent, brilliant swearing. It just rolls off the tongue. So it's just wicked swearing.
Nice.
So much fun. And Martin was like, I think we should go out for your birthday. And he said, you'll enjoy this film. It's full of swearing. If you don't know this about me, I love swearing. Just so much fun. I don't swear in Spanish because that's wrong. It's wrong. But in English, no social conventions. I don't care. All's fair. It was so much fun. You have to go and say, take your mum.
Take mum, yeah.
Yeah, because it's really funny because like the Irish woman, I don't know if it's Northern Irish or Irish, but she swears like a proper professional swearer, but the person writing the letters doesn't really know how to swear, so they swear badly. But yes, so much fun.
Was it a comedy or a drama?
It's a drama, but a comedic drama.
Yeah.
Framed cross-stitch on the walls.
Ooh.
I noticed, Martin didn't. Vintage knits.
Nice.
So good stuff. Anyway, so that's it.
Beautiful.
I do mean to make ample progress in this because this is a bit like your Ada stitching. It's just relaxing. So yes. So that's that. I have things to tell you. Have I forgotten this one? Did I do work on this one? No. I'm teaching my friend to knit socks. So I'm making a pair of socks at the moment.
Are you knitting them in the round?
Yes. So this friend knows how to knit, but not how to knit socks. So I'm teaching her to knit in the round. And so I am knitting. For her birthday, I gave her basically this. I gave her a holder for her knitting. So you put your DPNs, your double pointed needles in this, and your stitches won't fall out. You won't lose your bits of knitting. I gave her a bag for her project. I gave her yarn, and I gave her instructions. And then we get together at lunchtime once a week, and I show her the next step. So this is one sock, and then the other sock is more advanced. And so I am using Paula, just for you, and Margarita, Mondim, which is a Portuguese yarn that my sister bought me a few years ago now. And it's just got a little cable detail.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and I do like this vintage look of like the cuff and the mane in different colors. So anyway,
beautiful.
So I'm doing that. I did finish some fingerless mittens. I don't know where they are. I mean, I've been wearing them, but I don't know where they are. They're lovely yarn.
I've been wearing your fingerless mittens this last couple of weeks.
Makes a difference, doesn't it? Yeah. Diana's got the same style and the same color.
Yeah.
She loves them as well. So I've done that. Then I've been knitting my jacket, which is the Yell cardigan.
This is beautiful.
Yes. The thing about this is that I bought it as a way to calm myself because of the genocide and everything that's happening in Palestine. I'm a really good knitter, so this is barely a distraction. Distraction. So, you know, people that don't knit are like, oh my God, that's so hard. I can't believe you can do this, which is mostly what Martin tells me when he sees me. But this is not hard. It's just one line at a time, two colors. It's actually really straightforward. So it's not been good at distracting me. The other thing about it is that I didn't want to spend more money on yarn. Does it look vintage?
Yes.
So I think I'm happy with that because it does look vintage. But I've now finished this section of the cardigan, and the next section, which I don't have my stuff here, but this is the background color. This beautiful
Oh, so it's not the
natural
whole
grey.
thing. Okay.
No. And the snowflake design will be in the, oh, is that right? No, this is the background color, which is this gorgeous mottled mustard.
That's
and
beautiful.
this is the snowflakes.
Beautiful.
I think it's going to be gorgeous.
Yeah.
I didn't want to buy new yarn because, you know, as you know, because you are mostly cross stitchers, you see things you love, you buy them, but somehow it's never quite enough, and you see more things you love, and so you buy them again.
Even
So-
though you haven't used the first things you love.
yeah. So I'm a knitter, and I actually, for a knitter in 2024, I have a very little stash. And I would say at least a solid half is secondhand. But even then, I have more than anybody would have had in 1950s.
Yeah.
Definitely. I could probably make myself 6 jumpers without having to leave the house. So I was determined not to buy. And so I'd been fantasizing about the yarns that I would buy for this section. I was happy with this. And then I thought, no, Catherine, just use what you have. And the thing is, once it's finished and I'm wearing it, it will be delightful.
It is. It's beautiful. I think this is stunning.
Okay, thank you. That helps. Thank you. So yeah, I'm just using what I had. So that. Have I got water? Not done. I have a tiny bit of water. Just a couple of things that I want to show you now. Do you have anything else to show? Any purchases?
No purchases.
Okay. So
A dry old month.
yeah. I got this book from the library. So we have this program at the university library of the university where I work, which is called Diversify the Library. So you can suggest books that relate to underrepresented people or minorities. So I've suggested now maybe 6 Palestinian books, but this is more of a memoir. So I'm excited about reading this. I've flicked through it, but I haven't read it. And this is mostly writing. The other ones that I'd shown you before, it was mostly pictures and designs. This is mostly writing. So it's going to be, the subtitle is A Woman's Journey to Preserving Palestinian Identity by Siham Abu-Ghazaleh. So anyway, beautiful. Yeah, I'm excited about this. And then when we went on holiday to Wellington for Sophia's graduation, I'm sorry if I bored you. You can skip. I hope you skipped. It was boring. It was like, you know what it's like when you have children. I'm so proud of my girls. They're making wonderful. I don't know. The younger generations just seem so much cleverer than me. Like Sophia's gone on this path, and Christina's trying to figure out what she wants to do with her life. But honest to God, it wouldn't have occurred to me at her age that you could pause and try and figure out what to do with your life. I just think it's amazing.
It's good.
Young people are amazing. So anyway, when we were there, one of the days was Mother's Day, and we don't really celebrate Mother's Day because I didn't bring them up to celebrate Mother's Day because, you know, commercial stuff. But we just happened to be together, so we had breakfast with Sophia, kind of brunch, which again is not really my thing, not on Mother's Day, but we had to eat breakfast, right? So we did that, but then Sophia went off to see her friends because she was only in Wellington for that little bit of time. And Christina and I went to Featherstone Booktown. And they've done like a thing, which like their marketing PR thing is that this is a town with secondhand bookshops. And so I had picked up these 2 books. And I've done little shorts on Instagram about them. No, that's not true. On YouTube. But I just wanted to recommend them, especially I know most of the people that watch us are in America. So you might not be interested in New Zealand crafts or artists. But this is to say, if you come across textile artists or textile history of your country, you should look into it because it's super interesting. Like I picked this up, Thrift to Fantasy by Rosemary McLeod, and she's a journalist and she collects textiles from the 20s, 30s and 40s, maybe the 30s, 40s and 50s, I can't remember now. But I had borrowed this book from the library and flicked through the images. But now that I bought it for $20, I'm squeezing every bit of juice out of it, so I'm reading everything. And it's so interesting because it's actually not about textiles at all. It's women's social history. How women lived, what the expectations were, what their freedoms were, what were the things that they weren't allowed to do or were frowned upon. So good. They talk about unmarried mothers and whether they had any choices, how families behaved, about married and unmarried women during the First and Second World War, and what was considered to be a good wife at home. And it's just really interesting. And the other thing that I loved about it is that it gave me an insight into my mother's life and the choices that were open to her. Because she grew up, one of the things that they say is that to say that you were a woman in New Zealand at this time is to say that you were a woman in Britain at this time. It was exactly the same.
Yeah.
Look at this gorgeousness. It's a rug. So that was really interesting. So I'm rejoicing and enjoying it. Look at all those tea cozies. What a fun collection she has. And it was really interesting. It's called Thrift to Fantasy. Home Textile Crafts of the 1930s to 1950s, Rosemary McLeod. And then I also picked up this one called Stitch. And again, the public library has it. I'd taken it out. And I have got a few favorite artists in there. But again, really interesting to... these are artists, so things are a little bit, out of the box. Is that Mount Taranaki?
My mum's got that blanket.
This is a very New Zealand blanket.
And the artist has obviously painted the landscape on it.
It might be
stitched, whatever.
printed. Oh, it's a woodcut print of Mount Taranaki.
Good job.
So Mount Taranaki is a famous mountain in New Zealand, but it looks a little bit like Mount Fuji.
Just a smaller scale.
Yeah. So there's a number of artists that I really whose work I really enjoy. So again, I feel very lucky that we get to have showcasing of New Zealand artists. Oh, I love this artist. Juliet Novena Sorrell. I bought one of her. She did some archetype dollies, and she had them at a farmer's market. And so I bought one for $1. No, they were just tiny little archetypes. I think I got rid of it now because it was so caked in dust. It was disgusting. Which with hindsight seems like a terrible thing to have done. Well, for $1. It was just an archetype. Anyway. Oh, look. Rosemary McLeod and her collection. So really great. So if you live, whatever country you live in, if you come across a book that is about textile art, especially textile artists, because they do tend to be women, so it tends to be about women. It's about things that matter to us, how we see the world, blah, blah, blah. Very interesting. Last thing. You've been very patient. It's good. This is what happens when we don't film in a month.
I know.
Catherine
There's
has
a
lot
reason
to
we
say.
do this in two-week blocks.
Yeah.
But we're still just under an hour.
I know.
We're good.
I went to the library yesterday because one of the books that I had out was overdue. It was a book about making, about different craft artists. One of them was actually a Maori artist that has rediscovered the art of, I can't remember what she calls it, but it's basically the New Zealand equivalent of tapa cloth.
Ooh.
Which was a lost art. So she's done a lot of studying in New Zealand, trying to figure things out from like museum objects, but also she's gone to Hawaii to learn from Hawaiians because they haven't lost the art. It's very interesting. It was also very interesting, the whole discourse about how, even though Hawaii is an indigenous, do I want to say nation? The indigenous people of Hawaii live in Hawaii. We all know what we imagine when we think Hawaii. She says when she went to university there, it was very white. It was very white and very not understanding of an indigenous perspective. She said she found it very difficult. So that was really interesting. But anyway, before I lose my voice, have you heard of Creativebug? Creativebug is an online platform where you can find all sorts of teaching, like tutorials for making and craft. So they might even have music, but they certainly have painting, drawing, textile crafts, knitting, embroidery, loads of embroidery.
It looks like
quilting.
Pattern making. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the picture on the fly.
Yeah, printmaking. Anyway, so the platform's called Creativebug. When I went to the library, I saw this little leaflet. And I knew this existed, but we didn't have them in libraries in New Zealand yet. But you can now get Creativebug through your library membership.
Nice.
Ain't libraries brilliant?
Libraries are great.
Yes. So unfortunately, I got home before I realized that it says, stream thousands of online art and craft classes for free. Ask your librarian. I was like, well, that's helpful. Why don't they just give you the link? So anyway, because I am a trained librarian, I Googled it. And it was really funny because I Googled Creativebug Public Library and, what's the area where Timaru Ashburton is?
Canterbury?
No, Waitaki. It said Waitaki Libraries. I was like, why isn't it Dunedin that's coming up? And I knew they had it. So anyway, then I had to Google Dunedin Public Library Creativebug. Anyway, eventually I found a link. You join through your public library login. Really straightforward once you find the page. It's a bit like the streaming platform that libraries have. So fantastic. So yesterday... Beamer film, correct. Yeah, well done.
I used that one.
Yeah. So yesterday, because I ran, I was like, oh, I'm doing this. And I had used it before because they had a free thingy. But I'm not going to pay for a subscription. It's just, it feels in my life at the moment, superfluous. But through the library, and this is great because Creativebug and therefore the artists are getting paid through the library. It's not like the library gets it for free. No, these are all subscriptions that the library pays to then allow their customers to use it. So it's all fair and it's all good. They're getting income. But I was watching an interview of Rebecca Ringquist, who's an embroidery artist, and she does drop cloth embroidery things. That's what she called them. So they're a big thing. And also my friend and I are going to start, she just messaged me, that's what the ding ding earlier was. She and I are going to do, she's the one that I did the watercolor classes with. So we're going to do a daily practice thing for maintaining a sketchbook.
Nice.
And they do it with the different media. Mm-hmm. So we're very excited about that. So, if you're a cross-stitcher and you want to learn to quilt, they probably have so definitely and for sure, Dunedin Public Libraries has it. Waitaki Libraries have it. I suspect all the library systems in New Zealand now have it. Because it tends to be done in blocks in New Zealand because we're a little country. So Waitaki quite often works together with Dunedin to get a platform going. I know that they have it in America because I knew about it. I was like, when are we going to get it? Very exciting. Very exciting. So, Creativebug, if you're going to Google it as one word. Creativebug, B-U-G. That's the end of the PSA.
Great.
So I think that's it.
That's it. You can all breathe a sigh of relief. Hopefully
Yes.
we'll be back in 2 weeks with some more works.
Yes.
I've got jigsaw racing this weekend, online jigsaw racing event.
Really?
Yeah, that's why I need the stand. I'm taking the stand home.
Oh, is that harder?
I don't know, because you've got to, it's like all these people join, from what I can tell, join like a Teams meeting. It's not Teams, it's through some Google platform. You know, everyone's got to get set up for it. So we'll see. The puzzle's arrived. It's all wrapped up. You're not allowed to open it until game day.
So you'll be able to use this new contraption where you can face down?
Yeah, no, they want it. It's so technical. They want the camera about 1 metre away from your table, but about 600 millimetres above. So they want to be able to see you and look down your table.
Okay.
As opposed to just so they can see that no one is sitting behind you sorting pieces and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's way more serious than I thought it would be.
Because goodness, no cheating.
No.
Oh, okay, that's exciting.
That will be exciting.
Oh, I forgot to show you. I've sandwiched my quilt with the circles.
Oh, nice.
I'll show it next time because I'll do some quilting by then. I was going to do it then and I was too tired.
It's on Instagram if you want to see it.
Oh, that's right.
Awesome.
Yeah, I don't think I've got anything like major that I've planned. Work is really busy now, so I'm kind of a little bit knackered when I get home. But generally, I think the mood is changing. I'm doing more knitting. Also, my friend and I are going to start going to sketch in the public library. So after the protest, she'll meet me at the public library and we'll sketch something in the gallery.
Oh, lovely.
And then we'll paint it at home. We'll each paint it at home in a different way. And I'm going to be doing my sketch challenge. But just onwards and upwards. I do want to get back to all those projects that I have lined up. I don't want to get distracted from that. But my organization scheme of my box is still a box, but the box is very high. And there is going to be a Flosstube extra because I'm going to be interviewing Nithya from Daybreak Stitchery, who I have known online in a casual way for probably 2 years now.
Yeah.
And she's lovely and we have a lot in common. We're both craftivists and we're both doing what we can for the Palestinian cause. And so it's going to be really lovely to catch up with her. And I'm hoping to interview more people, which is going to be kind of fun and exciting because I do have more time now. But that's it.
Excellent.
So we hope that you have a lovely fortnight and that you do get some time to do some stitching.
Yeah.
And if you are in New Zealand and you're going to this jigsaw puzzle extravaganza, let Victoria know.
Be online, but I'm also going to the national one in Auckland in July, so
Yes.
yeah, it's pretty exciting.
Yes. And go and see Wicked Little Letters.
Wicked Little Letters, that's on my
And
list.
if you enjoy swearing, let me know. And also my friend said there was a Freud film out that was very good.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to try and watch that. I was a bit sad that she didn't invite me, but she actually went on her own, which I think for this particular friend, great. Because I think it does require a certain level of bravery.
It does. The first time you do it, it's like so weird, but it's great. You can get as much food as you want and no one cares because you're not sitting, no one's judging you.
Okay, that's an interesting angle. My angle is more that you don't have to compromise on the film.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Going with someone is always a compromise.
The best thing my friend and I did is we just randomly turned up at the theatre one day and went to whatever was showing next. It was great. It was a film I would not have seen otherwise, but it was a good film. It was called Winter's Bone.
I could only do that if it was at the Metro. I'd be guaranteed it would be like
It was a
intellect.
arty house.
Yeah, art house. It has to be art house. I'm not really into mainstream
Yeah.
films. Anyway,
Yeah.
have a lovely fortnight. Lovely to catch up with you. We shall see you soon.
Kaki
Keep
day.
Palestine.